Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So look on the screen here. Unfortunately, we have a man who allegedly attacked a 15-year-old at McDonald's. Here it says, courtesy of the New York Post, McDonald's worker age 15 left with fractured skull after adult male with a rap sheet stomps her during a brawl. Let's go ahead and get to it. Ridiculous. And here it is. As I said before, said again, Dusty's what? Dusty's bring drama, heartache, and trauma. The financial implications is too many of these clowns in the nation. So it says a goon with a lengthy criminal history viciously assaulted a 15-year-old female McDonald's worker, dragging her by the hair and repeatedly stomping on her head in the parking lot after a rowdy group of customers provoked a brawl with employees inside the restaurant earlier this month, according to the cops. Johnny Ricks, here on the screen, this thing is how I see him, age 25, was arrested for assault after he allegedly grabbed the teen by her hair, yanked her across the parking lot of the restaurant just outside St. Louis before bashing her head into the concrete and punching her in her face. The girl, identified as Oriah Lynch on a GoFundMe set up by her family, suffered a fractured skull, a broken nose, and damage to her frontal lobe. Unbelievable. Quote, this assault has been a life-changing experience for her, the teen's mother, Shawanique Phillips, wrote on the page set up to help cover her medical expenses, which has already raised $13,000 of its $15,000 goal. Quote, she is fighting hard to stay upbeat and heal, but this is only the beginning of a very uphill battle, her mother wrote, saying the incident shattered their family's lives. Well, of course it did. The cowardly April 7th attack was captured on a disturbing video posted on Facebook by Phillips, who wrote that Ricks should be charged with child endangerment or attempted murder. Oh, I totally concur. The fight reportedly began when Ricks, accompanied by a group of unidentified adults, pulled up to the drive-thru window at the restaurant and began behaving obnoxiously, according to Lynch's family. Quote, it was getting loud and being obnoxious in the drive-thru, so we said, if you want to get your order taken, step inside, the teen told First Alert Ford. The group then stormed inside the McDonald's and started menacing the workers, throwing items around the restaurant and spitting on at least 4 employees, she said. St. Louis County Police said that at one point, Ricks became enraged and threw a food tray at an electronic menu screen, destroying it. The brawl then spilled out into the parking lot, with the video showing at least a dozen people, both men and women, grappling and throwing fists. In the video, a man identified by police as Ricks, who towers over the teen, can be seen dragging her around the parking lot like a rag doll before raising his foot to nearly waist height and bringing it down on the helpless girl's skull. Getting stumped out by a grown man, the teen leader told the local outlet, I wasn't prepared for what was going to happen. Of course not, darling. She was treated and released from the hospital after undergoing surgery, and her GoFundMe page says she hopes to return to work soon. So they're acting crazy, damaging equipment, comes inside, destroys an electronic menu board, trying to talk to them like human beings, and she gets treated savagely, drags her by her hair and stomps her. This here is what you get, just trying to do what? Just trying to go to work, earn a living. That's all. You can't even do that. Why? It's too many crazy, what I see as goons on the street, like this thing on the screen. Can't even do that. This should be attempted murder. And a bail of $150,000, it should be, I think, $1 million bail. He already allegedly has a rap sheet. What more do you need? Gee, that bail reform is really working out, isn't it? It's really working out. He needs to get at minimum, I say, 20 to 30 years. What more do you need? All she was doing is coming to work, doing her job. That's it. It shouldn't be this hard just to try and want to work. It shouldn't be this hard. But when you have inferior males that can't make it and you are defeated, sometimes you're defeated by your actions. Sometimes you don't want to work, you want you some quick money. I'm assuming by his rap sheet. You want you some quick money. And so this is what you do. You just go out and terrorize the community. This is the only validation you have as an idiot, as a reckless fool. If he stop and think, if he does this to a young girl at McDonald's, this is a stranger, doesn't know her. What do you think he'll do in his personal life? I wouldn't be surprised there's some woman somewhere who's faced DV with this man on the screen, with this thing on the screen. Who does that? Let me guess, my opinion, not the first time. And won't be the last. To do this in public, why? People are doing what they want to do. This is who they are. All this, what they need to change. No, they need to be locked up like the caged animal that they are. You don't know how to behave in society, then guess what? There's a place for you. Yes. If you're a caged animal, there's a place for you. Again, I thought about that. If he does this to a stranger, can you imagine in his personal life, some woman or man dealing with him? And I'm sure somebody will probably be concerned about him housing him. The hatred for women is real. It also makes me think, given that he reportedly has a prior history, he probably can't even get a job at McDonald's. Are you mad? Maybe you wanted some quick money. That head might be big, but it's hollow. Ain't no sense in it. Are you a criminal? Obviously. Or just some quick money. And then you realize that, oh, gee, you want to go against the rules. I want me some quick money. I'm going to be a criminal. Then it doesn't quite work out for you. Then, oh, I really need some money. Uh-oh, you can't get a job and you mad at everybody except the fool in the mirror. Can't make it. So you're mad, you're violent, you're angry. And if you notice, they're nothing but cowards. They always try to find women. Go find a man your own size and stomp him out. A man been done crushed that old big grapefruit head of yours or split that wig in half. She was no threat. Why don't you, if you're a bully, find somebody your own size and duke it up? Pull up. Of course not. Because you're inferior and you know that. So you want to subjugate and try and harm women to make you feel like the man that you're not, a man that you'll never be. You're nothing but an empty specimen. Your mama should have chose better. Your daddy should have spread that dusty, low-bearing, inferior seed. The seed of poverty D. Coming from inferior fruit. Can't make it. You so mad. Whatever the issue was, see, what do they say? Anger is one letter away from danger. A lot of people have a lot of problems, and that's why the least little thing, they want to do something crazy and diabolical. That's why they probably behave that way, because life was already screwed up and can't handle it, so I'm just going to act out. Life was already screwed up. It was already jacked up by your dumb decisions. Got a big old head, no sense in it, just a big old empty melon with a beard on it. Where's your daddy at? Were you raised to be a man or raised to be a reckless specimen, a disease out in the community? People that's trying to go to work and then trouble just happens to come your way, the seed of poverty D. Unbelievable. I wish the young woman the best. I cannot imagine. And not just the physicality of it, but the emotional strain. She probably has PTSD and talking about getting back to work. God, I wish her the best. In society, you're dealing with all kind of people. Sometimes you're dealing with animals in human form. That's how I see it. Animals in human form. Beware the big head bald man, bald man. Beware the big head bald man. He's a danger in the land. And I'm out.